What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? In the world of performance cars, that's the question we face today. In one corner, an American icon, the very definition of a blue-collar supercar, a machine with a V8 heart that beats with the rhythm of raw, unapologetic combustion. In the other, a silent assassin from the future, a category-defying, electric marvel that looks like it drove straight out of a SCIFI video game, armed with digital wizardry and instantaneous, neck-snapping torque. This is the 2025 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray versus the 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5N. On the surface, this comparison is sacrilege. It breaks every rule in the car enthusiast handbook. A mid-engine sports car against a 5-door electric crossover. It's apples and oranges. It's madness. But look past the sheet metal and the propulsion, and you'll find a single, unifying question that makes this the most relevant battle of the year. For around $70,000, what is the absolute most fun you can have behind the wheel? Forget the rulebook. This is a bare-knuckle brawl for the title of the ultimate performance bargain. As different as they appear, the Corvette and the Ioniq 5 North share a surprising amount of common ground. The most critical, of course, is the price. At around $70,000, they occupy the same aspirational, yet attainable, rung on the performance ladder. The Hyundai, however, throws the first punch on value. For $67,575, it comes fully loaded. The Corvette, meanwhile, starts at $69,995 for a base model with 0 performance options. For this fight, we're looking at them in their purest forms. Ignoring the cosmetic extras on our specific test cars, the similarities continue in their physical footprint. Despite their wildly different shapes, the all-electric Hyundai is only about 3 inches longer than the Corvette, and they are virtually the same width. They'll even both accommodate 2 sets of golf clubs, a classic benchmark for sports car practicality. Then there's the power-to-weight ratio, the great equalizer. The Corvette holds a slight edge here, with each of its horses carrying 7.2 pounds compared to the Hyundai's 7.6. That's an impressively narrow gap, considering the Chevy is over 1,300 pounds lighter. The Corvette's legendary 6.2-litre V8 puts out a formidable 490 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, but the Ioniq 5N's dual-electric motors unleash a staggering 641 horsepower and 568 pound-feet. The battle is set, lightweight, naturally aspirated. Purity versus heavyweight, electric brute force. So, how does that translate to the real world? Heft be damned, the Ioniq 5 North is a missile. That massive instantaneous torque, delivered to all 4 wheels, launches the Hyundai to 60 miles per hour in a mind-bending 2.8 seconds. The Corvette, with its rear-wheel drive layout fighting for traction, manages the same sprint in an impressive but second place, 3.3 seconds. The electric advantage doesn't fade. Through the quarter mile, the Ioniq 5 North holds its half-second lead, clocking in 1.0-second run at nearly 125 miles per hour. The Corvette is still a rocket, but in a drag race, it's staring at the Hyundai's taillights. The story is the same. Under braking, a 104-foot stop from 60 miles per hour is a strong showing for the Corvette's standard brakes. But the Hyundai's massive stoppers haul the much heavier car to a halt in just 102 feet. It's another win on paper for the EV, but the Corvette is here to fight. In our handling tests, it claws back lost ground. It pulls a remarkable 0.95 G on the skid pad, just a hair behind the Ioniq's 0.96 gram. Then, in our figure 8 test, which blends acceleration, braking, and cornering, both cars posted an identical 2.1 second lap time. It's a dead heat, a testament to the Corvette's brilliant chassis balancing out the Ioniq's raw power. This sets the stage for a surprisingly interesting track day. And don't think the Hyundai will quit after one hot lap. It's engineered for endurance, designed to run flat out for 20 to 30-minute sessions without losing performance. The Corvette's biggest advantage on track is simply refueling. It'll be ready for the next session much faster than the Ioniq 5 North, which needs about 18 minutes at a DC fast charger to go from 10 to 80%, and that's assuming your local track even has one. But the fun factor, the smiles per dollar metric, is what we're really after. The numbers are one thing, The experience is everything. If you haven't driven a base model Corvette lately, you're missing out. We often get the high-spec Z51 or Z06 models, and it's easy to forget just how fundamentally good the standard car is. Even without the trick magnetic shocks or the electronic differential, the Corvette is magic on a winding road. It flows with a deftness and fluidity that many purpose-built sports cars can only dream of. The steering is a highlight light, sharp and telepathic, feeding information from the road directly to your fingertips. The front end responds instantly to the smallest inputs, while the rear end confidently puts all 490 horsepower to the pavement. It feels lighter than the numbers suggest, more agile, more alive. The V8 engine is the star of the show, a masterpiece of natural aspiration. Its torque curve is so broad and flat that you can leave it in third gear and just ride the wave of power from one corner to the next. The Corvette is beautiful, soulful music, but in this comparison, it feels a bit like a one-note symphony. It's a perfect note, to be sure, but it does one thing and one thing only. If you want what it's selling, pure, unfiltered, mid-engine driving bliss, you will be thrilled. But it doesn't offer any surprises, and then there's the Ioniq 5. If the Corvette is a classical orchestra, the Hyundai is a multi-genre music festival. There are at least half a dozen different ways to drive this car, and every single one of them is a riot. You can drive it as a simple, silent EV, using one-pedal driving and letting the powerful regenerative braking do most of the work. Or you can turn on the any shift, which brilliantly mimics the feel of an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, complete with pops from the speakers and a jolt on upshifts. You can choose from 3 different synthesized engine noises, one of which sounds like a fighter jet that give you audible feedback on what the motors are doing. You can press that N-Grin boost button on the steering wheel for a 10-second shot of maximum power, perfect for overtakes. You can set it up for a drag race. You can put it in drift mode. You can mix and match every one of these features to create your perfect setup. If you can't find a way to have fun in this car, you are actively trying not to. Beyond the gimmicks, which are genuinely fun, the Ioniq 5 North is a fundamentally brilliant performance machine. Its low center of gravity makes it feel planted and solid, not heavy. The all-wheel drive system actively pulls the car out of corners, a different but equally effective sensation to the Corvette's rear drive push. It isn't perfect though. The steering, while excellent on its own, feels numb and distant after experiencing the Corvette's sublime feedback. The upright, crossover-like seating position feels far less special than the Corvette's laid-out supercar cockpit. And adjusting all those incredible performance modes requires digging through multiple menus on the touchscreen, which is distracting and clunky. So, where does that leave us? The Chevrolet Corvette is, and remains, the performance bargain of the century. It offers a true, mid-engine V8 supercar experience for the price of a luxury sedan. It is the ultimate expression of traditional analog driving pleasure. It's a pure, focused, and emotionally resonant machine that tugs at the heartstrings of anyone who loves the sound and feel of internal combustion. It is, by every measure, a masterpiece, and yet, it doesn't win this test. For a little less money, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 North delivers an experience that is superior in nearly every objective metric and introduces entirely new ways to have fun. It's a Swiss Army knife of performance, a chameleon that can be a silent cruiser one moment and a gear-shifting, tire-shredding monster the next. It challenges the very definition of what a performance car should be. The Corvette may be the perfect evolution of the past, but the Ioniq 5 North is the future of attainable performance, and that future is available right now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe my channel for more new videos and update.